I need some blind reacts. I need some stitches. I need some duets. I need something out of this because, Lord, have mercy, the conversation I just had. So I'm at the store. I'm just picking up a few things. It's not that deep. But the one thing I need to go get is down the femme aisle. You know, the pads, the tampons, the douches, the creams, the whatevers you want to call it. Going down through there, and there is this young man. And he just has this, like, look on his face. And he's staring at his phone, and he's staring at the shelf, and he's staring at his phone, and he's staring at the shelf, and he's walking one way and walking the other way, looking at boxes, picking them up, shaking them, and putting them back on the shelf. So right away, my mom radar is going like, ding, 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 baby boy need help. So I walked over and I said, sweetie, you look a little lost. Can I help you? And he looked at me, he went, oh, thank God. You look like you're old enough. Bitch, but you look like you're old enough to help me. Okay, deep breath. What do you need? Well, he's with his girlfriend. It's his first serious relationship. He really, 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 really likes her. And she sent him to buy tampons. And he doesn't know what he's looking for. And he knows he needs one that come in little yellow wrappers. And and I'm thinking, okay, honey, look at me. I'll help you. Take a deep breath. Slow down. Now, you said yellow wrappers. Yes. Okay, that's regular size. Okay, so now, what brand does she like? Is she a Tampax girl? Is she, a store brand girl? And he says that she says Tampax quite a bit. And I said, okay, not a problem. So I take the box off the shelf and I hand it to him. I said, this is what you need. Tampax, regular size. They come in the yellow wrapper. Tampons. You bring this to her. She's going to be happy. I recommend picking up some chocolate too. He says, okay. As I turn to walk away, he reaches out and grabs my arm and says, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. He said, you're a woman. Have you ever used these before? I said, yeah, I've used them. He's like, okay, cool. Did it stop your growth? And the minute he said, did it stop your growth, for some reason, in the back of my mind, there's this little red flag going, excuse me. So I looked at him and I said, her growth, the growth, my growth? He's like, yeah, well, it stopped the growth. Like, did you stop growing? You're going to need to elaborate, honey, because you're treading a thin, dangerous line here. And he looked at me and he said, look, I really like this girl, okay? I need this to stop her growth because I don't want to have to break up with her. I don't want my parents pissed off at me. And I'm just not into guys, okay? Huh? Honey, you're going to have to elaborate. This poor young man was under the impression that when a woman gets her period, it's because her body is growing a dick. And if you don't use a tampon, plunge that sucker up there, her dick is going to grow. And he's not gay, and he doesn't feel gay, and he doesn't want his parents mad at him for dating a woman with a dick. And I asked him, where did he hear that women who don't use tampons will grow a dick? And he looked at me and he said his buddy found out about it from a doctor who talked to somebody else, and he's going on this long story, and I literally reached over and covered his mouth and went, okay. Listen to mom for a minute. With the help of Google, we looked up the fact that no, when a woman has a period, just because she doesn't use a tampon means she's going to grow a dick. We can't grow dicks that way. We are not able to do that. If we were, I know a certain community and several people who would be weeping with gratitude, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. So with the help of Google and, several stop and asks, I was able to explain to this young man, 1, what is a period? 2, why do women have periods? And 3, what will happen if you don't put a condom on or she has no birth control and she doesn't get a period? Important, reproduction. Especially when you think that if I don't use a tampon during my period, I'm going to grow a dick. Believe me, I'm confused about my whole conversation, but cheers.